Woohoo! Here we are. I'm Doug Bell, and this is the Hot Rod Show, and we're with Coco and her Camaro. Come on, Coco, fire this little mummy up. Rev it up. Woohoo! That's the Hot Rod Show, ladies and gentlemen. So come on down. Wow, we've got a packed and varied program for you tonight. Also on the show, we head to Hamilton for the Vintage and Classic Swap Meet. We check out the all-4-day in Smales Farm, and just so it's well balanced, we've got a bunch of Holdens and Ardmore for all you Chevy lovers. Plus, for all you fast and furious drifters, we head to Pukekohe for the D1 NZ Champs. And of course, our Kiwi Span Shed visit. It's all on a packed show, so let's get into it. Okay, here we are on the Hot Rod Show once again, and the boys from Swiss Tracks are back, and we're not going to talk a lot about flooring today, we're going to talk a lot about cars. And this here is a Corvette. Chris, how you doing?
Nice to meet you, Doug.
Chris, this is a beautiful Corvette, man. It's tell us a little bit about it. You know, Corvettes, they look like a cheese cutter, sort of like a wedge sort of thing, pretty much, don't they?
Well, this one's pretty special. It's a full custom body job on it.
What do you mean by full custom body?
Well, it's had the front and rear guards flared out. It's longer in the front and the back.
Longer or lower?
Longer.
Longer?
Longer, yes. The nose is about 6 inches longer than the
Really? And so whereabouts? So it's just a whole piece on the front of this car put on?
The whole front spoiler's been custom made.
Wow, really? Wow, I never knew that. That's something not a lot of people know. You can get a whole new length in front for your Corvette. If you've got long legs and you want a Corvette, you can maybe fit the car a little easier.
Yeah, it's got limited edition 17-inch Boyd Coddington wheels on it as well.
Boyd 17-inch Boyd.
Which really set it off.
Those tyres on the back, you know, when I saw you pull up, man, that's serious rubber, isn't it?
It's got a bit of presence on the road with the fat tyres on it.
A bit of presence on the road. That's the one way to describe it.
You definitely double take when you're following it.
Yeah.
And you see how wide the tyres are. On the back.
What size is it?
The back are running. We're running 315 Goodyears, and the front are 275.
275s. Wow.
Can make it a little bit tricky with the full lock, but
can it? Yeah.
So what motor and running gear have you got in it, Chris?
It's a factory 350 Chev. The motor side of it hasn't really changed much from the factory, but it doesn't have the standard auto which most of these came out with. It has a custom 6-speed manual gearbox in it as well.
I understand there's a good story behind how you came about this Corvette, Chris.
Yeah, it is a pretty interesting story. The boys were over at an auto auction in the States, and the auction was running a fair few hours behind, and a lot of people had sort of like bought what they wanted and left, and this sort of cropped up while the boys were sitting there in front of the podium, and no one was bidding on it. So they inadvertently put their hand up, and they were the only bidders, and lo and behold, they won the car.
How much was it?
I think it was a little over 10,000 US for it.
10,000 US. That's a
steal.
dream.
It is a steal. It's a lot of car for so little.
You mentioned that it was like a custom body sort of thing. Is that? I don't know a great deal about Corvettes. The bits that's supposed to have. What's this?
Oh, that's your petrol flap underneath there. Yeah, it's a bit tricky to get under with this, but
okay.
If you oh no, I'm not going to be able to do it.
You can only get into when you need to put gas in.
Yeah. That's where they refuel in it. Most of them have a central.
So it's a 84 series.
85 C4.
Series. Oh yeah.
85 Series 4. There's 7 series, isn't there?
I think so. Yeah. So far.
Yeah. We have the Corvette Club coming on in an episode a little further ahead, and they're going to bring a whole collection of Corvettes out. So we'll really get to see what goes on between Series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Could we have a look under the bonnet, Chris, and maybe give her a start up and.
Well, it's the colour. Is that? Do you call that plum crazy purple?
I call the car the purple people eater.
The purple people eater. Does it only eat purple people? Little different to get into these ones, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit different.
Oh, wow.
So it's also got a custom suspension. It's they're all Bilstein coilovers.
Wow.
It's not a lot to them once you open the bonnet. There's the engine, there's wheels.
Yeah.
There's not much else, you know.
You need a map to get around that thing.
It's a bit of a tight fit. as you can see, it sort of they all sort of butt into the firewall there.
Oh, wow.
Now, they certainly knew what they were doing when they fitted all that stuff in there.
Yep. So you want to hear it running?
Yes, sir. Can you do that?
I can do that for you.
That's a serious bit of tyre there, Braden.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty. You like the sound from around the back? You catch this sound here. Close your eyes, and you're everywhere you want to be with a car.
That's nice, eh?
It's tuned pretty well. You can't smell much petrol coming out. Thanks, Chris. Okay, I'll close the lid down now, but we want to see how these headlights look because they're kind of cool the way they pop up, you know.
Yeah, no.
So let's hope I do this right. I did, and then let it drop from the height. Wow, that's got a lovely clunk. Let's see these lights come up. Woohoo! Can you do that again? Once more. That's nice. Well, how about that, ladies and gentlemen? Those headlights are beautiful. Chris, thank you for bringing your car on the show. We've loved it. Corvettes are just, they're man's cars, aren't they?
Oh, they are.
They're man's cars.
They're a whole lot of cars.
Yeah, a lot of cars. Well, thank you very much, Chris. If you get hit in the rear, you need Protector insurance. This week's Kiwi Span shed visit takes us to Brian and Sandra Strickland's immaculate-looking shed just outside of Auckland. Look at that Chevy Impala bar which Brian made. The back end is being made into a barbecue. I mean, how crazy is that? I'm there for a couple of snarlers when it's ready, I bet. The attention to detail in this room is just fantastic. It's a Coca-Cola red and white dream. And when we go outside, Brian's got a 48 Ford cab over mounted onto a 1976 International Harvester chassis. Took him 9 months to do. Man, this thing's just amazing. You wouldn't think that was an International Harvester truck, would you? It's just pretty. parked alongside, he's got a beautifully semi-restored 53 Buick sedan. The interior hasn't been touched yet, but we know it's going to get some treatment. But isn't that paint job beautiful? And tucked away in the garage, there's a 35 Bedford, which belongs to Brian's lovely wife, Sandra. It's got suicide doors. The door handles go up, not down. It's got a 350 Chevy in there. Man, I mean, like, this thing is just so tiny. It's just awesome. To finish it off, look at this B-dub pickup here that Brian got from over the ditch. Doesn't that just look cute? We're here, once again I'm with Chris, and this here is a still. Now before we go any further, don't drink and drive, and sensibly drink if you do drink. So anyway, the still. New Zealand's one of only 3 countries in the world where you can legally brew your own alcohol at home. And it's a right a few of us should exercise. Chris, what do you think of this?
Oh, I think it's an awesome idea. Tired of throwing multiple dollars away on alcohol and the wholesalers with taxes and whatnot on it.
Well, I've had a still for about 5 years now, and we knock out a litre of 40% alcohol for around $2.50.
That's pretty good.
$2.50.
$2.50.
We make vodka, we make whiskey, we make gin, we make tequila, we make bourbon, we make rum. That works out about $3.50 to $4 a litre.
So we hum it, you'll make it.
Oh, you hum it, man. I'll make it any old day you want. So that's the still. You can go down and see our good friends at growandbrew.co.nz. That's growandbrew.co.nz. And go and see Pierre or Jesse, and they'll help you out. They'll even give you a discount if you say you saw this on the Hot Rod Show.
I might just do that.
You go on down and go and see them. They will give you a good deal on one of these stills. All you do is get your water, dilute the sugar in it, put the yeast in, wait a few days, put it in here, turn the switch on, out it comes, in goes the flavouring, away goes the night. So that's about it.
Job done.
So job's done. So sensibly drinking, no drinking and driving, okay? For those of you who can't handle drifting, please turn away now. But the action was certainly fast and furious on a wet track in Pukekohe for the Demon Energy D1 New Zealand champs. If you think the water helped them drift, you'd be wrong. It just stops all the smoke from the tyres. But man, look at them. This is just ballet in cars. I don't care what anyone says, I love drifting, I think it's awesome. So congratulations to Darren Kelly for taking out the Demon Energy Drinks D1 NZ Championship. Wow, no, that's not him. That's just a V8. And guys, don't forget this weekend, it's the Protect Your Insurance Caffeine and Classics. As always, it's the last Sunday of the month at Smales Farm on the North Shore in Auckland, so you better get there. It's just amazing. I've We'll be there with our cameras, so come and say hi. Maybe your car will get on the show. Well, we took the Hot Rod cameras down to Hamilton to have a look at the Vintage Car Club swap meet down there at the Hot Rod Museum. Man, don't you just love a swap meet? There's always stuff to buy, there's always stuff to spend your money on. Now check this out, this for 10 grand, it's a steal, a Model T Roadster pickup. Wow, you just gotta love that thing, don't you?
So what year's yours?
Man, look at this 57 Chevy. Just look at the pristine interior in this. It's so good Nielsen Schoolander could have done that upholstery. Wow, it's just black and white and chrome. This thing's beautiful. Here's a Harley with some crazy plumbing on it. I don't know what it's sucking, but I know what it's blowing. And look at this, a 35 pickup from Smokin' Joe's. Check out the banjo steering wheel even. Man, this thing is a sweetie pie, isn't it? How's that for an aircraft carrier? A 1959 Ford. Whoa, these things are longer than tomorrow is from the sun today. Man. Hey Steve, what's this I hear about only one car working on this thing? All in all, thanks to the lovely people down there in Hamilton for putting on such a great day. They do things pretty good down there in the Tron.
Jeez, they told me there was a lot of shit on the floor, but look at this.
Hello Dennis, look at your floor. It's lovely to clean, isn't it? So easy, and boy, it's soft and comfortable to lie on. As fans of the Hot Rod Show will know, we are always out and about posting events and cars on our Facebook page. One of these events was the Holden Nationals held at the Ardmore Kennel Club, and because we've had some Fords on the show, we thought we'd better get the Holdens in on the picture too. Look at this little head turner. It's as smooth as silk and curves to boot. Just look at it. It's so clean. Inside is immaculate. And here we have a couple of lovely examples of what it looked like before it got made to look like what it does now. Isn't that cool? I mean, that's imagination. Who hasn't had a Holden station wagon? Memories of golden summers and sultry nights on the beach. It could make an old man weep. Have a look at the cool Monaro with a big block Chevy engine. You can tell it's a big block because it's got a big air cleaner. Yeah. This orange Monaro has got a peel. It's so clean, everything is hidden out of view. Just look at that, there's just nothing. It's just all tucked away. look at this black shadow. That is an engine. It's got a blown big block Chevy in it. Now that is a serious stump filler. Tons of chrome, so much attention to detail, and inside it's just as sweet. Look at the roll cage. Man, this is just a real head turner. That was our little trip around some stunning Holdens. I hope you liked it.
California is famous for lots of things. Cars and technology are just two of them. Now Mothers brings car care and technology together with California Gold synthetic wax. Ultra-fine polishes bring out that Mother's signature gloss and deep, wet shine, while specially formulated polymers form a chemical bond that protects your paint surface. Easy on, easy off, in the shade or in the sun. Mother's synthetic wax, pure California gold.
Doesn't this car contrast beautifully with this floor? We're back here with Dennis from Swiss Tracks with his 2010 Chevy Camaro. Thanks, Dennis. So tell us a little bit about your SS.
Well, this is my toy. This is one that one of my suppliers over in America bought brand new. They had a limited run of pace car centenary versions, and he bought it brand new. Used to trailer it around the States to shows, so I brought it into New Zealand 1-year-old with only 200 miles on the clock.
Oh wow! For our younger audience, you'll probably recognise this car from Transformers as Bumblebee, but obviously in yellow. But what are we running under here?
It's a 383 400 cubic inch. It's the SS version, so it's the top of the line, which has got the upgrade of all the Indy pace car extras on it, embroidered seats and all the graphics and such like. So it just stands out.
Yeah,
really nice. They only come in the orange with the white stripe. The difference with the pace car is the white stripe goes all the way to the bottom of the skirt.
Oh, okay.
Standard cars, the stripe only goes to the bonnet.
Oh,
Sorry,
wow.
Hood. It's an American car.
Oh, yeah, the hood. We'll pop the hood actually and have a look underneath, eh?
Yeah,
It's a lot of car, isn't it, Dennis?
certainly is.
It's like it's there's just a lot of body going on there.
I've gone to a lot of trouble to really dress these up nicely. You can tell how infrequently I open this.
Playing hide and go seek, is it?
Wow.
You said a 6.2 litre.
6.2 litre, yep. And when you just drive it normally down the road, it drives just like a family car. When you put your foot down a little bit further, you know that it's got the beef
V8
behind it.
That's like after looking under the Corvette bonnet or hood, there's a lot of stuff going on. This seems to be very compact, you know, like everything's tucked up and out of the way.
Yep.
Wow.
Even
Tidy.
on the interior, all the orange panels and the doors at night time, they light up
They
with
light up.
LED lights along the top
Yeah.
of it. It's just a really well presented car. I always loved it. When my colleague
Yeah.
said he was going to sell it, I said I'll take it.
Yeah. Like this, I mean, this really is beautiful. It's you know, like everything is. I'm just amazed everything is tucked out of the way, and there looks to be like easy access around everything to change plugs or do the whole 9 yards under there.
Yep.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, it's a beautiful car. They just, you know, like they take up the whole lane when they're coming down the road,
Yeah.
and they should do. So,
For a sports car, it's got surprisingly large luggage space.
one other thing, it's a Centennial car. How many of these? It's a pace car, I guess.
It's the replica pace car. They
Yeah.
made 200 of them.
200. Okay. I see you got the badge there.
Yep.
On the front, so that's very distinguishable.
Yeah. I believe there are one or two others in the country, but some of them have had the logos taken off.
I could fit in there, Braden.
I don't know if you could, Doug.
I'm pretty sure I could. That's nice, eh? That's just like the golf clubs are going to go in there. I don't play golf, but I guess they would fit in there, wouldn't they? Do you play golf?
Used to, don't have time.
You don't have time.
You want to buy a good set of clubs?
Yeah, too busy driving nice, beautiful cars. I can believe that. Wow, let's that's just wow. Can I sit in there?
Yeah, go for it.
This is a lot better than the Lambo, or this is better than the Corvette. It's sad to say it's even a little bit easier to get into than the Model A we had on the previous show. Wow, that's
Yeah, it's more of a general purpose car.
yeah.
I have actually taken this down twice to Taupo track, once to Manfield,
Yeah.
and actually used it as the safety car.
Yeah.
In all cases, it was trailered down because I didn't want to run the miles up. But it certainly stands out when you use it as a safety car on the track as well.
So what are these? Do you know what these sell for new or?
To be honest, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. My colleague that owned it in America told me that he was going to trade it in on a new Suburban for his wife.
Yeah.
He's actually a Camaro fanatic. He's got a 69 collector's edition and he's got a 94 pace car.
Yeah.
And decided that he'd sell one of them to get a new car for his wife. And I just said, no, I'll take it.
Awesome.
Well, that like the colour scheme's good. That blue, the way they got that sitting on there, that's on that burnt orange sort of look. That's fantastic.
Yep.
And the badge, is it?
Yep. It's the Centennial Era badge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I'll just close it up now. Sad to put this beautiful engine away to sleep, but I don't think it'll sleep.
How about we start it up, Dennis? And
Go for it.
I'd love to.
You're not letting him get
See you
behind
later,
the
Doug.
wheel, are you? I'm getting out of the way.
No,
of the
stay there,
front.
Doug.
No, I've seen you drive. You know where the key goes, Braden? Not
Look at
bad.
that, eh? Beautiful.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is about it for another edition of the Hot Rod Show. One more week in Ken's shed, and it's fantastic. Ken's hiding out the door there. He doesn't want to be seen on camera, but Braden, it's just you and me, Buckaroo.
Yep,
What
thanks.
should we say to the people now?
Thanks for coming, everyone. And gentlemen, start your engines.
Woohoo! No racing out the door. It only takes one at a time. Bye-bye. We don't have to hug.